Scotland manager Walter Smith is also here. He has a get-together later this month of his international players. Celtic sporting their new away kit. So the top two from last season meet early this season in a showdown to savour at Tynecastle. It's Hearts, it's Celtic, it's next.
Hearts against Celtic, always compulsive viewing. Here we go with Scott Booth and Ian Crocker.
East meets West, Edinburgh meets Glasgow, the runners-up meet the champions, and this compact stadium is just perfect for a match like this. It's steep stands, make it feel like everyone's right on top of the action, and there should be action aplenty today. Paul Telfer back in the Celtic side after injury, and Celtic's new away kit on show. Mikalunas for Ibrahim Tal, preferred to Robbie Nielsen in that right back role, and looking to make an impact straight away. Aldous Ivanauskas, confirmed as Hearts head coach in the summer after a caretaker spell last season, and his team have got a corner off Yarosek.
Yeah, it's a good start for Hearts. Tal will be hoping that he continues as he started there, coming up on the right-hand side and getting the corner for Hearts.
The trusty left foot of Neil McCann will whip this in. It was cleared by Yarosek. Nakamura trying to help it on its way, and Celtic have a free kick. A change of referee for today's game, by the way. It was supposed to be Kenny Clark, but he's injured, so Stuart Dougal is in charge. Gordon Strachan is in charge of Celtic. He won 2 out of 3 domestic trophies in his first season, including, of course, a 40th league title for Celtic. Kenny Miller rising with Stephen Presley, his international teammate. Wilson goes back to McManus, who scored those 2 goals here on New Year's Day that made such a difference in the race for the title last season.
Already, and you see there Petrov making a run forward, not being picked up. That's going to be interesting today to see how Aguiar and Brellier do pick up the runs of Petrov and, of course, Jarosik.
There is a cracking atmosphere at Tynecastle, but then there usually is. Aguiar's cross. Oh, Bednar had a swing at it, and it eluded McCann too.
Yeah, Hearts have started well, just couldn't connect there.
Well, these two teams produced some enthralling encounters last season, and there is every reason going to expect more of the same this time around. Presley, Bearer, Brellier, McCann, one back by Nakamura. Now Kenny Miller, who began his career in the city of Edinburgh with Hibs. Nakamura. Mark Wilson's in a bit of space just here. Yarosek scored on his SPL debut against Kilmarnock. And you can see him getting quite a few for Celtic, bursting into the box.
He definitely offers a great deal of height in there, but also movement, timing of the run as we saw last week. As we say, when you have Jarosik in there and Petrov, it causes a problem.
Aguiar seeking out Bednar. Pospisil is the only man in the middle at the moment, and Bednar's not going to find his fellow Czech like that. But
already as Bednar plays the ball in there, you see McCann getting into the back post, and that's going to be really important for Hearts today. That either midfield player from the wide position gets themselves into the box, because both Bednar and Pospisil are willing runners.
Nikolounis preferred to Chesnauskis. Wallace in towards Pospisil.
The Hearts do have a physical element to their game, with Bednar and Pospisil up front, already showing that.
Here's Neil McCann, and must have been pretty watered in that part of the pitch. Celtic came from 2-0 down to win 3-2 here on New Year's Day last season. That opened up a 7-point gap at the top. Hearts never really recovered, and Celtic clinched the title in early April with another win over the Jambos.
I think that was the turning point of last season for both clubs, but I think it's obviously too early in the season to be talking about turning points at the moment. But both clubs will want to maintain their winning start to the season, and it's always going to be now a big game between these two clubs.
Hearts and Celtic looking to make it 2 wins out of 2. Only 2 clubs have managed that so far in the SPL, St Mirren and Falkirk, as we all thought. Bednar losing out to Caldwell. Certainly the watering of the pitch there has left it heavy. McCann's cross in towards Pospisil. Corner.
Yeah, the ball just gets caught up there. McCann takes advantage, tries to get the early ball in. It's a good ball, just too far past the front post from trying to flick it on.
Bruno Aguiar with the corner, a bit too long though. Hearts desperate to get Paul Hartley, their main influence, back in their team ASAP.
Yeah, he's absolutely vital for them, vital for Valdas there as well. Ivanauskis, he will want Paul Hartley back as quickly as possible. He gives you the drive and the pace in midfield, and he chalks up 1 or 2 goals as well, and he's not too bad looking, so I've heard.
Oh yeah.
I think that's going to be the interesting thing for me today, is the 2 sitting midfield players of Hearts. They're going to cause problems for Celtic when they're going forward.
Here's Bednar causing a problem at the moment himself. Petrov and Telfer deciding what to do. That's gone out off Lee Wallace, preferred to Takis Fisas. Valdis ain't a happy man. Yaroshik, Nakamura. Now Celtic getting into their stride, apart from the return from Zurawski.
Yeah, we're saying it's going to be difficult for Celtic to combat the 2 sitting midfield players. They offer a lot different a prospect compared to last week against Kilmarnock.
McCann won it back off Nakamura. Pospisil though loses out to his fellow countryman Yaroshik. Nagidi, who played a good 70 minutes or so in Japan on Thursday. Wilson taking over, but can't find a way past Ibrahim Tal. Already this season has played at centre-half, right back and in midfield. The Senegalese international. Tal again. McManus should have this covered. Bednar closing in on Boritz. Sarafsky chasing. Christophe Berra's gone with him and will marshal it behind. He got a bit of a whack as well. A good start to the season, Christophe Berra.
Yeah, I think he looks like a very, very good player. It's not too bad when you can come in and play alongside Stephen Presley, but he has looked assured since the start of the season.
The skipper on the bench for Celtic today. An unusual experience for him. Bobo Balde sidelined at the moment for Celtic, but he was in the dressing room pre-match with his teammates. Caldwell for Nakamura. Caldwell, jeered by the Hearts fans, former captain of Hibs, wouldn't you just know?
You can see in that when Celtic do have possession, both McGeady and Nakamura are tucking in, I think, to leave the spaces in the channels for the movement of Zarafsky and Miller up front, which was so effective last week.
Celtic put their pre-season woes behind them with a 4-1 win over Kilmarnock on the opening weekend. Hearts won 2-1 at Dunfermline. Kenny Miller getting involved with Grelier. Both these sides hoping to lay down some early season markers and signal their intent.
But it's quite surprising though, Ian, with all the players that Hearts have brought to this team, that when Paul Hartley is out, there's no direct replacement for him.
Christophe Berra hoisting that high into the sky. There are some sticky areas of the pitch. They were watering it quite a bit in the build-up to kick-off, and there were a couple of holes in the hose as well that they let out to the centre circle, so some parts of the surface very watery at the mo. You'd think with the money they've got, they could afford a new hose. Boritz, the keeper, will come and take this.
With 30 minutes gone, neither of the sides have managed to create a real decent chance yet. I think they're just, at the moment, sizing each other up a little bit. I think that obviously the two frontmen for each club are going to be very, very important today to try and get on the ball and help the team push up as much as possible.
McGeady. He's got a free kick as Grelier dived in. And Stuart Dougal wants a word with Grelier. Maybe a card, in fact. Yep.
Yeah, Grelier just timed that one wrong. That is his job, that's what he's there to do, to break up the Celtic attack. But that's not too good so early in the game to pick up a yellow card for Grelier. He does now. He's living in the edge a little bit because, as I say, he's the guy, the first line of attack for Hearts, and he'll be doing that all game, and now he'll be very, very careful.
Well, Stephen McManus scored twice in that 3-2 win here on New Year's Day. Nakamura floats it in. Well, Gary Caldwell was the nearest Celtic man to it.
Yeah, it's all about the delivery here. It's a great ball into a very, very good area, and Caldwell just getting caught in front of the ball. I think that's going to be important today for Celtic, with such a strong Hearts defence, that they can use Nakamura and Petrov from dead ball situations.
Christoph Berra commanding. Nakamura, fancy footwork to skip away from McCann. And he's picked out McGeady effortlessly. Wilson. McGeady, stumbling. Aguiar needs assistance from Presley. McManus with a foul on Bednar.
You can see there, Ian, when the Celtic attack broke down, Aguiar picks the ball up, there's no one to play it to, no one who then can provide the drive in there or the vision in there, and that may cause a problem for Hearts today.
Bruno Aguiar then with this free kick, and Ibrahim Tal only scores at Murrayfield, he does. Ten Scots on show for Walter Smith to watch, by the side. He won a few caps in his time. Strachan. Pospisil just veered away from Mikalunas, although Pospisil not giving it up, and a foul by Jarosik right in front of the ref, and the Hearts fans felt that Jarosik should have got the same treatment as Brilliant.
Unlucky there, he takes the ball.
Lee Wallace will be 19 later this month, just agreed a 5-year deal with Hearts amid rumours of interest from Dundee United. Saraski rising with Berra. McCann. Off Nakamura. Aguiar will leave it for Wallace. Tal. Mikalunas. Aguiar challenged by Jarosik. Petrov. Kenny Miller. Once at Hibs. Hearts fans never likely to forget that. Nagini's cross. Always going behind Miller.
Yeah, you can already see the difficulty for Celtic against the Hearts side with the best defence last season.
Quick free kick. Jarosik, Petrov. Nice idea by Petrov. Good handball shot against Saraski. It's not going to matter anyway because Telfer's cross goes behind, but Craig Gordon furious that there was no decision given. Handball against the Polish striker.
I think he just used his arm a little bit there. It's a good shout from the Hearts players. but it's been difficult to break down this Hearts defence, and it's a real problem. The only way you can do it really is get in behind them, or try and thread some passes through to the quick men up front.
Bednar won it, and they are splashing in puddles on this side of the pitch after that leaking hosepipe. It's a shove on Bednar. Free kick, Hearts.
It's an area that normally Celtic don't have any problems in, but with now a lack of real physique in there, it can cause a problem.
Presley and Berra joining the throng. Aguiar delivers, and it's Bednar's header, just wide.
Yeah, it's a fantastic ball in. That's what I mean. Players like Bednar and Pospisil, desperate to get on the end of it. Tal as well has some height in there. And at the heart of the Celtic defence, they do lack that physical element.
Brelier's mistake has given Nagidi a chance. Presley will turn it away to Tal. Offside Bednar. Valdis Ivanauskas was a powerful striker in his day, played in Germany for Hamburg.
I guess maybe why he likes the combination of Bednar and Pospisil up there. They do tend to try and bustle their way to success.
Manus. Christoph Berra watching that all the way. Kept in by McCann, but it bounced off Pospisil. Yarashek. Not too much on that.
It's quite tough there for the Hearts central midfield. You see Aguiar trying to get close to Jarosik there, but because his starting position is so deep, he's giving the Celtic midfield player 2 or 3 yards of space, and as the game opens up towards the second half of this game, that might prove vital for Celtic.
Celtic automatically in the Champions League this season. Hearts hoping to join them there, but first they must get past AK Athens. Nakamura. Wilson. Now Nagidi. Petrov. Nakamura. And spraying some neat passes around now, Celtic. Nakamura into the path of Wilson. Yarashik. Nakamura's lost it this time to Aguiar and to Mikalunis here. But Yarashik got a block it. Remember, you can choose your man of the match today by ringing the appropriate number on your screen there, and if your choice is the same as Scott Booth's and you're picked out, you'll win a signed shirt from the man of the match himself.
Yeah, I think that's certainly causing a problem there. Jarosik getting on the ball far too easily. Aguiar again can't get close to him. I think Nakamura's had a great start to the game. He's been on the ball, doesn't lose the ball very easily, but he also has great vision and a delicate touch.
Wallace. did beat Celtic here towards the end of last season 3-0, but the championship had already been won by then. It was a result that certainly aided Valdis Ivanauski's side, though, in their quest to finish as runners-up. Tal. No foul, but Tal has stayed down. McGeady's lost it anyway. Oh, they're not kicking the ball out yet. No foul on Telfer from Bednar. Tal is still down injured, but here's McCann. And McManus having to steer it away.
Well, you can see how eager Hearts are to try and win this game. Didn't even kick the ball out when one of their own men is lying on the floor there. Barely had the chance to kick the ball out. Opted for a switch of play. A slight twist of the ankle, I think, there. Again, it shows the eagerness of Hearts to try and get forward.
Yes, his teammates weren't about to stop. Sorry, Ibrahim, we're on our way towards goal. And he does need some treatment in. It doesn't really look that good for Ibrahim Tal. They do have Robbie Nelson on the bench, of course.
Looks like he's just caught his ankle there and twisted his knee. Never looks good when you have to go off on a stretcher.
So concern here for Valdis Ivanauskis. Ibrahim Tal had scored in both Hearts matches at Murrayfield, and Robbie Nelson is going to have to come on. No doubt a bit miffed at being left out of the starting lineup today, but he's coming on to make a significant contribution.
Absolutely, I don't think he was too happy about being taken off in midweek.
In comes the corner, and Bednar's header doesn't find a way to go.
Was Bednar again causing the problems for Celtic? He actually had a lot more time there than he thought he did. We expect him to do a lot better than that.
A rousing reception for Robbie Nelson as he takes the place of Ibrahim Tal. You do worry whether that might be a twist or even maybe ligament damage for the Senegalese international.
I didn't quite understand the thinking of dropping both fullbacks. Normally a midfield player would be rested, but to drop both fullbacks I think is a strange one.
That's a foul by Caldwell on Bednar. There's Hearts up the ante here with a free kick.
Yeah, it's a poor tackle from Caldwell. All he has to do there is stand up and be strong.
And Bednar needed in there, along with Presley and Bearer. Bruno Aguiar, though, is going to go for goal and wasn't too close to it.
No, I think that's far too ambitious.
French football continues today at 4:30 on Satana Sports 1 with Sedan against Marseille and Gretna against Derry City. Gretna in Europe. You can see them at Fir Park Thursday 7:30. Satanta Sports 1. Bearer underneath that. McGeady now for Wilson. McManus up towards Ziraski. Petrov latches onto it. And Nakamura's going to get a corner off Wallace. Hope here for Celtic. Certainly know about the threat Stephen McManus could provide in these situations. Wearing the captain's armband again today with Neil Lennon on the bench. Nakamura delivers, and it was Yuri Yarashik with the flick on.
Yeah, I just wonder if it's an area that Gordon Strachan has been looking at last week. Hearts lost a bad goal from a corner, which they lost the first header, and then Aguiar knocks the ball into his own goal. So maybe Gordon Strachan does think there's a slight weakness in there for cross balls.
The Hearts certainly offering more in the way of attempts on goal in this first half. McGeady is trickled out. Lunis will leave it for the newly arrived Nielsen, who has potential for a long un. Nielsen really launched it and McManus met it. Could be more of the same here though. Police protection at the moment over there. That'll be Nielsen. Give a throw. Wallace. Caldwell challenges Pospisil. It's bobbled off Nakamura. Brellier.
The last time round, Aguiar elected to shoot. I don't think that's going to happen this time.
Response on there. Aguiar doesn't clear the first hurdle, which was Telfer. Nielsen. Over towards Mikalunas. Up against McGeady. Did well, Mikalunas. Rather better than Brellier did there. Here's Petrov, and Stuart Dougal needs to work on his touch a bit. McCann. That's Boris's ball.
Yeah, Hearts have had some really good opportunities to get good quality ball in the box. I'm sure Ivanauskas is upset because the quality of the passing in the final third hasn't been the best. And again, we'll probably hark back this a number of times in this game, but with the lack of Paul Hartley, that type of ball that we've seen from Aguiar isn't working. And Hartley, of course, a master at free kicks.
Brellier. Petrov. Aguiar trying to rescue it. It's Nakamura. Wayward.
It's the first real chance Celtic have had to really go at the heart of the Tynecastle defence. We just screwed that one left there, but I think that it's important that when Celtic do go forward, they don't always look to try and go too centrally. Zaraski made a very good run wide on the left-hand side, and Miller, of course, always living on the edge.
We do hear from the dressing rooms that Ibrahim Tal has knee ligament damage. Just as Hearts were building up their squad nicely. Caldwell skipping away from Bednar.
And that will be a blow for Hearts because they do want to double up all over the pitch, especially with the thought of getting into the Champions League. But they do have Thiago Costa, they've just signed, that can also play in that right back berth.
There's Wallace. Foul by Miller. Kenny Miller had a bit to say about it.
I think a little bit of frustration there, Ian, that he's not managed to get himself into the game yet.
Another free kick then for Bruno Aguiar. And again it's cleared by Telfer. Just like the last one was, I believe. Mikalunas. Brellier. Well, he's very animated there, Valdes Ivanauskas. Pospisil. Be more animated if something comes of this, but McCann's cross is collected by Bollocks.
Up to this point, Hearts definitely have had the better of the match. Been impressed by the way that they've circulated the ball wide. They've got into good areas, but just, as I said already, the final pass.
There's Petrov, who you would presume might well be a target for Aston Villa now. 50 on possession. Nakamura catching out Hearts. Brellier recovered though.
Well, Brellier recovering from his own mistake there. A very slack pass. It was back to the Celtic players. I think Gordon Strachan will be upset that he didn't get more out of that.
McManus. Telfer. And Yaraship. Craig Gordon, Scotland's #1 and the Football Writers Player of the Year last season. An outstanding goalkeeper.
Yeah, it's a pretty daunting prospect to get past Aguiar and Brellier and then the back four of Hearts, and then you have him to face.
McManus clattering into Bednar, and Stuart Dougal wants a word. Stephen McManus, who didn't make the Scotland get-together later this month. Presley trying to find his fellow centre-half there, but here's McCann. Nobody really with him there. And Nakamura has won it back. Nakamura's going to get a free kick now.
Yeah, McCann was looking for a little bit of support there. There was no one with real desire to get behind him and support him. Nakamura doing a good job in defence, as both he and McGeady will have to do today.
Well, to select your man of the match later, ring one of those numbers, and if your choice agrees with Scott's, you'll end up winning a signed shirt if you're picked out as the winner. Nakamura for Yaraship. Petrov is hobbling at the moment. McManus. Petrov struggling for Celtic. Wallace sets up Gordon for a clearance. No, doesn't look too comfortable, Stilian Petrov. Still at Celtic, despite all the speculation and reported interest from down south. But will he be at Celtic for that much longer? Will he be taking part in this game for that much longer?
It looks like he's just taken a kick on the knee, either that or a slight twist. But I'm sure he'll give it another 5 minutes or so until half-time.
Wilson McGeady chasing this.
Be interesting to see if the boys in the studio think that Kenny Miller is 100% fit today. It's been a little bit quiet today, and I think at times it's looked like he has been controlling his sprint action. I don't know if that's going to be the case or not, but they certainly don't want to lose him at this stage in the season.
Caldwell won that. Wallace preferred to Fisas at left back. Here's Brellier. Nielsen, who's come on to the injured Tal, who not only has knee ligament damage but also an ankle problem as well. We now here. Michailudis. McGeady with a chance to have a run. Held up temporarily by Brellier. Here's Zurawski. Telfer arrives on the scene. McGeady lets it go to Kenny Miller. Gordon makes the save.
Yeah, it was a good effort from Kenny Miller. Celtic on the counter-attack. It was a little step over from Zurawski. Kenny Miller trying to get that ball curled round the back corner of Craig Gordon, but I think it was a warning from Michailudis. He had good possession up near the Celtic box and gave it away far too easily, and then the Celtic go and attack and get a real chance.
Zurawski. Telfer. Telfer certainly gave Petron a problem. And Celtic could have more problems here. Michailudis for Pospisil. McCann forced to go rather wider than he would have wished. But he has got support this time from Lee Wallace. It's bounced off Jarosik, but it comes to Brellier, and McManus charged out to clear.
Again, in the same problem, the final pass. Hearts get themselves into a very good area.
McGeady. I think Stuart Dougal was about to blow for a Celtic free kick there, but let it go. Now there's a Hearts man down though in Brellier. He's had to stop it.
Yeah, this is nothing new to Brellier, but just getting caught there with the left elbow from McGeady. A little bit cheeky, I think.
Gordon Strachan and John McGlynn and Gary Pendry all getting involved, and Stuart Dougal's going to be called over here to sort it out. John McGlynn with plenty to say, and presumably it was that incident involving Brellier that certainly got John McGlynn like that. Callum Murray, the fourth official today, explaining what went on. It was certainly quite a spat. Ironically, Strachan and even Alskett have been having a smile a moment ago, but Gordon Strachan now has been ordered off, and so too John McGlynn, and it all boils over on the touchline as McGlynn and Strachan are ordered upstairs.
Yeah, I'm pretty sad, Ian. I think that this is the highlight of a first half we were hoping so much from.
They might need separating on the walk up the stairs. John McGlynn and Gordon Strachan. Brellier's okay anyway. Can't imagine there'll be too many spare seats upstairs either. Somebody might get booted out. Last minute of what has been a right old scrap, really, between the top two teams from last season. Don't think Messrs McGlynn and Strachan will bother going upstairs just yet, with half-time approaching. But they have both been ordered out of the dugout.
I think it's a game that's never really got going. I think that even Iskes will be the most disappointed that he hasn't got more out of the situations that they've created in this game.
And Celtic have a free kick on the stroke of half-time. 2 minutes to be added on. We're in them now. This would be some time to score for Celtic. Nakamura standing over it. What can Celtic offer here? Nakamura delivers and Stephen Presley on the end of it.
That's a big header. Last thing that Hearts will want to do is to lose a goal at this stage in the first half.
Wilson. Telfer's going to have a lash. Caught it well enough. But always going wide. And the man who played for Gordon Strachan at Coventry, at Southampton, and now at Celtic. Dougal's got the whistle in his mouth, ready to blow any second, but maybe time for Hearts. McCann's cross is cleared. Well, it has been a largely scrappy affair. Stuart Dougal's been kept busy, mind you. Hearts have looked the more likely, although only just. And Gordon Strachan and John McGlynn have been sent from the dugout. We'll hear what Paul Hartley and Craig Burley think of it next with Rob. 0-0 at the break.
The game at all, their movement was great against Kilmarnock last weekend, but Zurawski and Miller haven't really had any service. We haven't really seen Nakamura making things tick, as we know. We haven't seen Jarosik really getting forward. Petrov took a knock in the first half, so I mean, it's a phrase used far too much. The game needs a goal, but my goodness, this game does need a goal. It does need something to spark it into life.
Well, depleted resources in the technical area. Both teams are one man down, with Strachan and McGlynn up in the stand. Valdas Ivanauskas is still there, and Gary Pendry will be carrying out the instructions on the opposite side. Still 22 on the pitch, though. What can they come up with in this second half? Hopefully better than the first. Back to Scott, back to Ian.
Well, amazingly, Hearts went through the whole of last season without conceding a first-half goal in the SPL at home. They have at least maintained that record so far this season. John McGlynn taking his seat upstairs then. Gordon Strachan also in the director's box now. But there hasn't really been a proper good chance in the game, which hasn't lived up to the billing yet, but no two halves are the same. Maybe both are saving themselves for this second half.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, Ian, how long it's going to take for Hearts to change things around. I think the guys in the studio got it right. I think Callum Elliott will come back into things.
Nakamura. Zurawski. Here's McGeady. McGeady in again. Away by Presley. Brilliant. And Jarosik is going to get a yellow card for that tug.
Well, that matches them up because Brelli has also got a yellow card from earlier in the game. Just a slight tug, but I think Brelli goes down a little bit too easily there. But I think that it's going to be interesting because for Celtic, they really have no recognised striker on the bench if Strachan wants to change things, so he hasn't got too many options in that department.
Well, he's in touch with Gary Tendry on the bench. He's sitting just a couple of rows behind John McGlynn now, as we saw. There's Tommy Burns, in fact, who's on the other end. Aguiar. He's run into Petrov. Rescued by Brellier. Now McCann. Bednar's gone outside of him. Here he is. Romain Bednar. Julien Brellier. Hearts won the Scottish Cup and finished runners-up last season. George Burley and Graham Riggs did their bit. Aldous Ivanauskas topped it all off.
I think Aguiar just run out of ideas there, but I'm sure that Ivanauskas will be looking to Neil McCann to have a little bit more influence in this game. With Paul Hartley being out, it's important that other players do take the responsibility on to create things.
Telfer has stepped in front of McCann, but Aguiar looking to set something up for Hearts. Bednar! Romain Bednar so close to the game's opening goal.
Well, at last, Aguiar does get clear of his marker and sends a great ball in. Good timing of the run from Bednar, and he's very disappointed. Has a kick out at the post because he knows that's a real chance. The first good chance for Hearts in the game, and really at this point in time it should be 1-0 Hearts.
Well, he scored in the first two games of the season, the first leg against Siroki Briyeg and also at Dunfermline last week. Should have had one there this week. Still might. Bednar bearing down on goal, the angle's acute, but he scores anyway. Romain Bednar, and Hearts are ahead in this early season showdown at Tynecastle.
Well, he has looked the most dangerous player out on this field. He's come close 2 or 3 times today, and this time, look at the timing of the run, he's never offside, and then he drives in at Boric. Lots of composure shown with his left foot. He could have tried to take on to his right side, but no, very confident to take it with his left side. And that's a great strike into the back corner of the net. And leaves no chance for Boric. Nice and low, in off the post. 1-0 Hearts.
3 goals in 4 games for Romain Bednar this season. Should have scored with that header, but it didn't take him long to make amends. And the Jambos are ahead against the champions.
He's been the player Ian that's shown real desire in this game to get forward and to get on the end of things, and that's what you get.
Wilson's cross, away by Berra, then by Aguiar, and Mark Wilson is going to be summoned here to Stuart Dougal. And he's going to get a yellow card. I don't think he'll complain too much about that.
Yeah, I think Wilson will accept the yellow card for this. It's what you'd call a good foul in that. If Mikulionis gets the ball between his legs there and carries on, Celtic under even more pressure.
Well, the second half has certainly proved to be lively. After first half in which Gordon Strachan and John McGlynn grabbed the headlines, really, for being ordered out of the dugout.
What does Gordon Strachan do? Does he?
Well, he might be all right here because Stilian Petrov has snatched it away from Hearts, and here's Sirafsky, and Lee Wallace got back to intervene.
Well, he did there what Bednar didn't do. He tried to check inside. It was one touch too many. You don't get many chances against the Hearts defence. It's very, very secure. You've got to put that down as a good goal-scoring opportunity.
Pospisil. Jarosik makes the challenge. Goal kick.
Yeah, I was going to say, and what does Gordon Strachan do? Because does he bring in Lennon? Does he bring him back into the game? I don't think so. He's looking more to try and get some more pressure higher up the field. Maybe it's a chance to bring Riordan into things on the left-hand side. McGeady's gone that little bit quiet, and maybe Gordon Strachan will have to freshen things up in the next 5 or 10 minutes.
Well, Hearts had a long trip themselves in midweek to Bosnia. Huge kick that, and Bednar's in the hunt again. The trip to Bosnia gruelling for Hearts, whereas not many of these Celtic players made the journey to Japan. That's Nakamura and McGeady.
But it was a long trip with a good outcome. Sets them up nicely for Athens in midweek. But I think that at the moment, it's so early in the season, I don't think it's too much of a problem to have players travelling halfway around the world.
Bednar's going to show interest in that, and McManus just pipped him to it, but here's McCann. Well, Celtic have won on 11 of their last 14 visits here to Tynecastle. Hearts are going to have to fare better against the Old Firm to maintain a serious title challenge this season. They are believers.
But Celtic have come back here before. The New Year's Day game was a perfect example of that. They won't give up. They'll keep plugging away and try and break down a very, very strong Hearts defence.
Zurawski trying to find Miller. Zurawski again. Stephen Presley keeps him occupied. Kenny Miller's taken a knock, and Stilian Petrov lunges in. Kenny Miller's not looking too comfortable. Had that niggly hamstring that meant he didn't play in Japan.
I think the goal came from Gary Caldwell's area of the park on Bednar. It was a good run from Bednar, but it's something you would feel that Caldwell should be able to handle, and he has come under some sort of criticism since the start of the season for his defensive lapses. Be interesting to see what the guys in the studio make after the game of that one.
Many Hearts scarf being waved around Tynecastle at the moment. It may be early season, but a victory over Celtic, over the champions, would be colossal. Long way to go yet, mind you, and Celtic were 2-0 down here on New Year's Day and still won. Caldwell dealing with Pospisil. Wallace has got the better of Nakamura. Pospisil, Wallace again. Bednar. Mikalunas. This touch allowed Nakamura to steal in for Celtic. And here's Aidan McGeady. McGeady taking on Hearts. A powerful surge, but Mark Wilson's cross miserable.
Yeah, it was much better from Aidan McGeady, dropping that bit deeper, trying to get involved in the game. He did that also in midweek against Yokohama. He did drop deep, likes to be involved in the game, and it's good. Such a young player does take the responsibility on. Not one of Mark Wilson's better crosses.
Bobby Nilsson, who came on in the first half for the injured Ibrahim Tal. The news not good on him. Knee and ankle damage. Apart from that, it is good news for Hearts at the moment. Free kick for Brelier as he collided with Yarashik. Neil Lennon, the skipper, warming up for Celtic. Neil McCann ready to deliver, or maybe even ready to have a go. McCann does float it in. It's McManus who steered it away, and Brelier with a real test for Borat.
What a great effort this is from Brelier. Foster's weaker foot, it's coming down a long way. Great technique, gets his head over the ball, and a fantastic save from Boric.
Well, this match has certainly taken off in the second half after a largely forgettable first 45 minutes. It's been pretty much non-stop since the whistle went.
It's maybe no coincidence, though, that with Hearts being such a defensively strong team, that it's been very difficult today for Petrov and for Jarosic to get good possession of the ball.
Maybe Nielsen dug that one out, but here is Jarosic. McGeady feeding on the scraps. Turned away by Lee Wallace, but Saraski will get to it. Telfer doesn't hang around. Wilson being chased by Pospisil.
I'm just wondering if Petrov is still struggling that little bit from the knock he took in the first half. Just wondering if he will be the man that will be changed.
Yeah, grimacing at the moment, Petrov.
He's not quite managed to get going in this game today. Certainly not anywhere near the difference they made last week against Kilmarnock, with Jarosic and Petrov making different runs, causing problems in the Kilmarnock midfield. Not quite the same today, with Brelier and Aguiar at the back.
Well, there's been speculation about Petrov's future, and Stephen Pearson behind Tommy Burns there, continually linked with the move to join Billy Davis, his former World manager, at Derby. Aguiar. Pospisil closing down Wilson. He's got Mikalunas nearby, and also Aguiar. It's away by McManus.
Yeah, it's a great ball in from Aguiar. For being physical midfield players, both Brelier and Aguiar do have a good touch. They're not frightened to play balls like that in.
Nilsson's long throw.
Hearts looking fairly comfortable at the moment, and I'm just going to wonder how long it will take before Gordon does make the change for Celtic. Certainly before they lose a second goal.
Well, that doesn't bear thinking of for Celtic fans, I'm sure. Going two down here. McCann unable to feed Bednar. Looks like Chesnauskis will be on very, very soon. Normally swaps over with Mikalunas. Here is Aguiar. Here it's Neil McCann who's going to come off. Wallace. Neil McCann finally getting to play at Tynecastle in his second spell at Hearts. Injured on his return to the club back in January. Nielsen. Borax gathers and feeds McGeady, and he'll be on his way quite sharpish. Yarashik. Zurawski. Yarashik again. Closely watched by Brellier. And Brellier's won it back fair and square. This could be ominous for Celtic. Pospisil and Bednar ahead, offside. Flags up, not going to count for Roman Bednar.
Oh, I don't know about that one, Ian. Can't wait to see that one again. Oh, he's definitely not offside. It always looked onside to me. Another great run from Bednar. Fantastic finish too.
What a let-off for Celtic. And Neil McCann is leaving us to be replaced by the Lithuanian Davidas Česnauskas, so there'll be a Lithuanian on either side, either flank now for Hearts.
Yeah, McCann won't be too disappointed getting taken off. He's just coming back from a long-term injury. If he gets all 3 points, I'm sure he'll be pretty happy. That just shows you the negative side of playing Jarosic and Petrov in midfield. Jarosic losing the ball there. Straight away a counter-attack. It was 3 for 3 at the back with Celtic. And Bednar should have had 2.
Well, if Celtic get something out of this game, there will be plenty said about that decision. Bednar clearly onside, but not in the view of the assistant referee, Gary Cheng. Huge decision that. Still only 1-0 to Hearts. Mark Wilson. Petrov has lost it.
Yeah, maybe that's the worry for Gordon Strachan in midfield, and that's why Neil Lennon is coming back into it. Far too much times now, and far too many times now in midfield have Jarosic and Petrov given away possession.
Česnauskas has earned Hearts a corner. Neil Lennon is going to be coming on for Kenny Miller. The word is from the bench. But there's a corner for Celtic to defend first. Hearts are hungry. Should have been allowed a second goal. We'll have another try at getting it anyway. Aguiar's cross. No mistake. Česnauskas could see Celtic break out. Nakamura for Miller. Now McGeady. And it's inside towards Petrov! What a finish! What a finish from Stilian Petrov! And the move was magnificent too. How costly it proved for Hearts, but the champions level it up just like that.
That is an absolutely incredible goal. Fantastic goal. Classic counter-attack. Look how many Celtic men are going forward. All with real desire to get in the box. It's Petrov who gets on the end of it, and that is a finish from the top drawer. Absolutely brilliant. McGeady chooses his time right, and that's first time with a left foot. Absolutely no chance for Craig Gordon, and that's Celtic right back in the game.
Oh, I bet there were a few Celtic fans grumbling about Petrov's performance today as well, but his last 6 goals against Hearts have all come here at Tynecastle, and now that decision that went against Roman Bednar looks an even bigger call from the assistant referee, and Lennon's substitution is back on hold.
The best when a substitution can go wrong, Ian. Česnauskas coming on the park, giving the ball away, one of his first touches.
Here's Mikalunis though. Aguiar. Well, after that Hearts corner, it took Celtic just 17 seconds to speed up the other end and score a cracker.
It's going to be interesting to see what Gordon Strachan does. Does he push Petrov up alongside Zurawski, or does he take McGeady in from the left-hand side. I think after that finish, I know what I would do.
Well, substitution back on. Kenny Miller. It's been a quiet afternoon back in Edinburgh, where his career began with Hibs. He's going off, Miller, and Neil Lennon, the captain, comes on.
Yeah, you can see that Petrov is going to push up, I think, next to Zaraski. Neil Lennon will go into his normal position. It's not too bad, although they didn't have anyone on the bench to take on as a striker. Petrov's not too bad up there, is he?
Petrov. Quarter of the game to go. It's been a captivating second half after a forgettable first half. Hearts paying big time for Česnauskas giving it away just after Ivanauskas had thrown him on. Here's Petrov again. Nakamura, who's going to have support from Telfer. Now Telfer gets it from McManus.
Suddenly they're in. Celtic look eager again, springing their step. I think you'll see Petrov just sitting off Zaraski at times, just trying to cause a problem for Berra and Presley at the centre of the Hearts defence.
The top two from last season in the SPL, locked together at 1-1 at Tynecastle.
Isn't that interesting how that things can happen in football? Could have been 2-0 for Hearts. Bednar getting a goal chalked off that was definitely onside. A few minutes later, Celtic go up the park and even things up.
You suspect Valdas Ivanauskas will have a bit to say about that decision. There's going to be a card here for Gary Caldwell. Even a few Edinburgh derbies in his time. He's going to be the... oh, he's been let off a card, just given a warning. Aguiar pings it in, everyone left it. Just over 20 minutes remaining, coming up to the time where you can vote for your man of the match on those numbers. And if your choice agrees with Scott Booth's and you're picked out, you will win a signed shirt of the named player, Roman Bednar and Stilian Petrov, the goal scorers. Going to be the man of the match.
Just shows you, just said that Petrov had gone quiet in the game, and then bang.
Petrov. Oh, it's deflected, but Craig Gordon's behind it.
Looks like Stephen Presley took a sore one there as well. Just a slight deflection, any more though, and it could have been a big problem for Craig Gordon.
Well, they'll be hoping Stephen Presley's okay ahead of that clash with AK Evans, having already lost Ibrahim Tal to what looks like a serious injury today. How about this though, for a massive decision, a wrong decision.
That's exactly what strikers are working on day in, day out in training. They're working on the timing of that run across the face of a defender, and then he gets given offside.
And then Petrov smashes in an equaliser.
And that is just sheer quality with his left foot, not even thinking about it, completely instinctive.
Substitution for Celtic after 70 minutes, leaving the field.
Stephen Pearson is going to take the place of Shinsuke Nakamura.
11, Stephen Pearson.
He's had a busy week, of course. Went back to his homeland to play his former club, Yokohama.
but certainly going to offer Celtic more drive in the wider areas. Likes to get on the end of things as well, Pearson.
Well, it was Pearson who sparked that Celtic recovery here on New Year's Day last season, with the first of their 3 goals. Billy Davies keen to take him to Derby, but he remains at Celtic for the time being. On the fringe of things, normally, but not for the next 18-19 minutes.
It's one of these now though, Ian. Do the teams they settle for a point, a share of the spoils, or they try to go out and take all 3?
Stephen Presley's back on. Hearts and Celtic face the current top 2 next week. Celtic home to St Mirren, Hearts meet Falkirk. The second half has certainly been intriguing. What's going to happen next?
As we can see already, in Neil Lennon getting on the ball very easily. It's very difficult for Aguiar to get himself out of his defensive midfield position and get right up close to Neil Lennon, so he should be on the ball quite a lot over the next 20 minutes.
Telfer on by Yarashik, and Presley guiding it back to Gordon. French League continues on Setanta Sports 1 at 4:30 with Sedan against Marseille. And Gretna hit Europe on Thursday night, 7:30 from Fir Park. Setanta Sports 1, it's their qualifier against Derry City. Mikalunas. Česnauskis. Mikalunas. The Lithuanians combine. What a cross! And Boris got an important touch, with Bednar coming in and Pospisil lurking too.
Yeah, it was great play on the right hand side between the Lithuanians. Fantastic ball in. Gave Boris a real problem. Just see cuts to the side. Nice little pass with the outside of the right foot. First time cross. A good hand from Boric.
Petrov now for Magidi. Still a bundle of energy and he's kept that in. Lee Wallace has sorted him out. And that'll be I thought he was going to blow for the free kick, Stuart Dougal, but he let it go. Lennon now for Yarashik. Brilliant. Mikalunas started to make a run then on the other side. Oh, it's gone between Česnauskis and Bednar.
Maybe the wrong decision that time. Mikalunas did make a run. I think Mark Wilson did well by tucking in on the left hand side.
Pearson. Yarashik. Pearson again. Petrov. Wide this time with Stilian Petrov.
Suddenly Petrov looks really hungry in this game, and that's what Pearson gives you, driving forward. Good vision to see Petrov. Takes it onto his left foot, he's not scared to go either left or right.
Magidi. He's got a free kick off. Aguiar. Pearson. Here's Yarashik. Oh, it's Christoph Berra who nipped across to clear it.
And that could have been a real chance if either Zarowski or Petrov had decided they wanted the ball, left it for each other. Already this left-hand side for Celtic looking more dangerous with Pearson on the pitch.
Wilson. Here is Pearson. Neil Lennon's kept that in, but only just. Yarashit. Zarowski. Petrov. No foul. Aguiar made the challenge.
That was good play by Zarowski. He's looking for the 1-2 of Petrov there. Doesn't quite get it. He made the right run.
Pospisil was closely shadowed by Gary Caldwell, and Celtic get a throw, and Pospisil kicks it away in frustration. Lennon was left grounded then by Bednar. Telfer has to go back to Caldwell. Wilson. Petrov for Yarashit. Mikalunas. Pospisil. Tense times at Tynecastle.
Pospisil has worked his socks off today, and I just wonder though if he may be the man that will come off and allow some fresh legs up front.
Wallace is advancing. It's actually gone Celtic's way. Celtic with a lot of the ball in the last quarter of an hour. And an equaliser as well from Petrov. Here's Brellier though. Plenty of power, not quite matched by the position.
Yeah, but it was good play by Brellier, and Aguiar. Nutmeg tries to go for the first time shot.
Harry Pendry and Tommy Burns alone on the in the technical area now, with Gordon Strachan sent upstairs in the first half along with John McGlynn after a bit of a spat that was actually the highlight of the first half, but there's been a few more highlights in the second half, that's for sure. Needed a few rows between them. Wallace. Powered away by McManus, it comes to Berra.
In the early part of the second half, it looked like Hearts had got to grips with things. Celtic have come back into it now, and it's fairly even at the moment.
Aguiar setting up Mikalunas. McManus hoisting that one out. Inside the last 10 minutes of a crucial game so early in the season. Mikalunas. Boruc's right behind that. McGeady. He's lost it to Aguiar. And now he's tripped him. First meeting between these teams last season ended 1-1. That was at Celtic Park. Stopped Hearts' winning streak at the time. Mikalunas. Wilson stuck with him. Hearts throw. Robbie Nilsson in towards Bednar. Jarosik was keeping him in check. Julian Brellier bounced off Gary Colburn. Hearts going to bring on their Finnish striker, Juho Mäkelä. Lennon holding off Mikalunas. Mikael Pospisil is going to be replaced then, and on comes Mäkelä, who had a terrific goal-scoring record with HJK Helsinki. Hasn't really got his Hearts career going yet, but might do one day soon.
Yeah, it's like for like. Mäkelä, quite similar to Pospisil, maybe a little bit more pace than Pospisil has. And certainly at this point in the game, fresh legs up front for Hearts is certainly needed.
Aguiar. Česnauskis. Mäkelä would have been offside anyway had that threatened a goal. So, vote for your man of the match now by ringing the appropriate number, whether you're in the UK or the Republic of Ireland. And if your choice matches Scott Boo's pick, and you are picked out, you get a signed shirt from the man of the match. Going to be a gripping finale. Manus won that. Here's Aguiar.
It's been a strange game for Craig Gordon in goal for Hearts. Ian, he's not really had to do anything in the game apart from pick the ball out of his net.
Wallace's throw towards Mäkelä. Jarosik came off worse there. Celtic have a throw. Craig Brewster's Dundee United picked up a surprise point at Ibrox yesterday and might have had more. 2-0 up. Le Guen's men saved the day with an OG.
I think if things stay this way, that it will be Gordon Strachan who's the happier of the two managers. Certainly when you take into account most of the pressure has come from Hearts, or certainly the chances.
Nilsson has picked out Bednar. Mäkelä! Gary Colburn in the way, not that it had too much power anyway from Mäkelä. Here's Mikalunas. Česnauskis. And it sticks with Boris. Pearson shut off by Brellier.
And even Auskis was again irate on the side there because he knows they've had chances in this game, they've had the pressure. The final ball at times let them down, and here we go again. Initially good play, but just a little bit of composure. Would have been a little bit better to have gone right to the byline and cut the ball back, maybe lifted his head. Easy in the end for Boric.
Fairly aimless from Boric, who offered a quick apology, and no wonder. McGeady. Petrov bounced off Berra. Rescued by Telfer. Cut out by Lennon. Important intervention. Done by Caldwell. And Lennon's pass. And Bednar's going to get in. Neil Lennon's error. And Roman Bednar may well have won the game for Hearts. A crucial goal in a vital game. But Neil Lennon hangs his head.
First and foremost, it's a fantastic finish from Bednar. He really has shown desire the whole game, but again, Lennon just doesn't catch it right. Bednar quickly onto it. He's still got a lot to do, it's on his left foot. But just look at the composure shown. Takes a little look up, side foots it into the back of the net. Could have been his hat-trick.
Well, Hearts will feel that justice has been done after that goal that was ruled out for Bednar. Neil Lennon, who's done so much for Celtic, has to take the blame for that one. A late goal. Not much time for Celtic to recover from that.
Neil Lennon's so reliable for Celtic over the years. Been a fantastic player for them. But sometimes these things happen. You have to give credit to Bednar. He was watching for it, he was looking for it. He picked the ball up, and from then on, there was only one outcome today.
Well, the second half has been everything the first half wasn't, but Gordon Strachan can't really account for a mistake like that from his captain. Heading towards the last minute of normal time. Neil Lennon needs someone to bail him out. And Roman Bednar has 4 goals already this season.
Yeah, it's a great start for him. And he has looked the most dangerous player today. Certainly deserves his 2 goals. As I say, it could have been a hat-trick.
Celtic have to come back again, but they haven't got much time left. McManus launching it. Petrov the furthest man forward. Telfer getting ready to take this throw. Can Celtic save the day at Tynecastle? Stephen McManus scored 2 late goals here on New Year's Day. Telfer's long throw. Oh, it nearly dropped for Lennon. Now that would have been some story. And Lennon bumped on his backside by Chesnauskis' challenge. It's going to be
Good work rate shown by Chesnauskis, getting himself back in there at an important time.
There's going to be 3 minutes added on. Celtic could have done with a little bit more unless they can find a way to goal here. Telfer's cross easily cleared by Stephen Presley. Chesnauskis has taken it off Telfer. Bednar, scorer of 2, denied 1, unable to turn provider for Michaela. But Hearts are nearly there, and it shows. Bednar giving the fans the thumbs up. Denied a hat-trick by that offside shout, but he'll happily settle for a double if it results in a result for Hearts. AEK Athens next up for Hearts. Can they see it out against Celtic? McGeady, Pearson. Presley determined to get to it, so much so he probably would have taken out his own man bearer. Lennon has spun away from Brelier. Here's Petrov, on quickly, gets it back from Ziraski. Petrov, held up by Mikalunas. And Mikalunas able to clear, and Hearts are a minute away from a telling victory over the champions. Seconds tick agonisingly away for Celtic. Caldwell. Oh, Brelier just about hung in there. Here's Aguiar. If they keep the ball now, it should be a victory. It's a free kick anyway. And it's been a wretched few minutes for Neil Lennon on as a sub.
I think both Aguiar and Brelier have done well in there today. Not just try to do a job in defence by protecting their defence, they've also tried to get themselves forward at times.
Stuart Dougal has had a look at his watch. Aguiar now. He's gone for it! Underside of the bar, Michaela. Nearly an absolute stunner, but it's over anyway. Hearts have beaten Celtic. A victory of great importance and huge significance, even though it comes so early in the season. They were a goal to the good through Roman Bednar. Got caught when they gave the ball away, and Petrov smashed in an equaliser. But Bednar latched onto an error from Neil Lennon of all people to win the game for Hearts, and he should have had a hat-trick really. An offside goal wrongly ruled out, and a big win in a big game for Valdas Ivanauskas and Hearts.
Yeah, Hearts definitely deserve the victory today. They were a team that showed that bit more desire. They had the chances. It looked like early on they might not get the goal. They did get the goal through Bednar. He should have had 3 today, but fantastic finishing from him, and it's sweet revenge for the Hearts players and the Hearts fans after the New Year's Day clash of last season.
Well, Hearts, if they are to mount a serious title challenge, know they've got to get more out of their matches against the Old Firm. They've certainly started in the right vein. It may have taken a mistake from Neil Lennon to hand them 3 points, but few would deny that this was a worthy victory for Hearts.
Certainly Bednar at the moment, top man. It's a great run across the defender. Just keeps his head down, picks out the back corner, no chance for Boric. And Ivanauskas absolutely delighted. That was the first and a sheer moment of brilliance from Stilian Petrov. Gordon Strachan can't believe the finish. It brought Celtic right back in the game. Lennon, too weak on the pass, didn't look up, didn't lift his head, but Bednar did. Strokes the ball into the empty net, and again Ivanauskas absolutely delighted. Bednar could have had his hat-trick, but they get all 3 points instead.
Remember New Year's Day, payback time. Hearts have beaten the champions 2-1.
And proud sponsors of SPL Live.
Never a dull day at Tynecastle, despite what you may have seen in a disappointing first half, in which the highlights took place off the pitch. Gordon Strachan was snarling. John McGlynn wasn't too happy either, toe-to-toe with Gary Pendry. Strachan ordered out of the technical area as the first half came to a close, and McGlynn joined him in the director's box. Things opened up on the pitch in the second half, and Roman Bednar played in, finishing expertly for 1-0 Hearts. That pleased Valdas. this didn't. Officialdom getting it badly wrong. Bednar was very much onside, and that should have been 2-0 Hearts, but it wasn't. Given offside, and our pictures clearly show he was on. Hearts on the attack, and very quickly Celtic outfielder flowing counter move this, and what a finish from Stilian Petrov. And that was 1-1, and Hearts feeling sore. They felt they should have been 2 up. Gordon Strachan delighted to be back on level terms from his director's box viewpoint. A blunder from Neil Lennon, left out of the starting lineup, and his major contribution was to set up Roman Bednar for his second goal of the game. It could have been a hat-trick, but that was enough to give Hearts a momentous victory at Tynecastle, and Neil Lennon's expression tells all at the end. What a contrast. Let's hear from the man of the match now. Not surprisingly, Roman Bednar scored 2, should have been 3. He's with the Hearts captain, Stephen Presley, both talking to Stuart Lovell.
Roman, a difficult match for you today. You must be pleased with the win.
Oh, of course, before game we wanted 3 points, and we did hard work, and everybody, and we scored 2 goals and Celtic won, and we win. I think we deserve it today.
All of Hearts' chances seemed to fall to you. Were you disappointed not to score more than 2 goals?
Of course, I can help earlier, if I score, we maybe a little bit better game for us, not so difficult like this, but, some chances don't score, some score, I'm happy it's finished like this.
And just after you scored your first goal, you had a goal disallowed for offside, which was onside. Did you think you were onside? Are you disappointed that that goal was called out?
Oh, I don't know, it was very fast, but I speak with Julian because he, I think, give pass, and he said never offside.
Well, Stephen, what message does this send out to other teams in the league?
It sends out a big message, I think we've started the season in great form, we've progressed in the Champions League and won our first 2 league games, so we're very satisfied with that.
And on to AEK Athens on Wednesday. Is that a tie that you can win?
Absolutely. There's no doubt that they're the favourites at this moment in time, but we have a great belief in our camp at this time, and we feel that with the right 2 performances we can progress.
Well played today, guys. Roman is our Bank of Scotland man of the match. Stephen, if you could do the honours.
Well done, Roman.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well played, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Not much doubt in the end about the Man of the Match award. Roman Bednar thoroughly deserving of it. Good performance from him, what a promising player. And Paul Muir from Glasgow picked him out, as well as Scott Booth, and Paul's our competition winner. A signed Bednar shirt will be heading your way. So that's a big boost for Hearts heading into Europe in midweek, looking to get into the group stages of the Champions League if they can get rid of AEK Athens. That's a big ask for them, but then so was today. And having been pegged back by Celtic, it says much for the strength of spirit here at Tynecastle that Hearts came through in the end. 6 points out of 6 at the start of this SPL campaign. The champions losing out here at Tynecastle. With me in the studio, Craig Burley, and Hearts and Scotland midfielder Paul Hartley, who can barely wipe that smile off his face.
Yeah, fantastic performance. Second half performance. First half wasn't too great, but I thought we deserved the victory. 2 great goals for Roman. Not easy finishes, but I thought we deserved the 3 points today.
And there's a feeling, I think, Craig, of justice at the end, because Hearts should have been 2-0 up, and maybe at that stage, had it been given, it would have been game over.
Well, the second half was, the first half was poor. The second half was a lot better. We said the game needed a goal. They got one in 49 minutes, Hearts, and the game progressed from there. It to and fro. Both sides had their chances in the games. Both sides had a period where they had their possession. But I think if you look at it in chances alone, Hearts carved out the best chances, the most chances, and Bednar could have had a hat-trick today, but it was a fantastic performance from him.
And how significant is that, Paul? It's the second weekend in. We're not going to jump to too many conclusions, but psychologically that's a big one for Hearts.
It's a big test coming up against the champions, so it's a great start to the season for us. 6 points for 2 games, so the confidence is there.
Celtic sluggish, Craig. Disappointing performance from them?
Well, in context of how they played last week against Kilmarnock as an attacking force, I think you have to say yes. Petrov scored a wonderful goal.
They had their moments
a bit later, but they didn't really carve Hearts open that often. And maybe that's credit to Hearts because they've been really strong at the back. Hearts, and Celtic just didn't get going today, and they're always going to have problems at the back. I don't think they're the strongest at the back. Hearts exploited that at times, as I say, created more chances and deserved the 3 points.
Let's hear live from the winning manager Valdas Ivanauskas with Stuart.
Valdas, a very strong performance from Hearts today. You must be delighted with the win.
Yes, I'm very happy with performance. So we play very well. We don't have chances for the Celtic. So and just counter attack. Okay, it's just a great goal for Petrov, but I think as when we need this game, and I think it's for us.
Do you think it was a fair result today?
I think yes. We have a lot of chances, and I think from performance for the game, I think it's for us win is yes.
Just after Roman Bednar scored the first goal, he had a goal disallowed for offside, which was a goal. Do you think that affected your players?
I think no. It's just, if it was not offside, okay, it's just maybe a mistake for ref, but I think it's for ref was easy situation. So and for us, it's very important for Roman. He scored second goal, but it's very important. He play after second goal for him it wasn't easy, but okay, it's the win is very important.
And you play AEK Athens on Wednesday. Will you make changes to the team for that match?
Okay, we need waiting just for the game. So and 3 days. As we need looking for our injuries for the
for the match.
For the match, yeah. So and okay, Athens is very important for the club, for the players game. But okay, it's just 3 days we have for next game.
Valdas, well done today.
Thank you very much. Sorry.
Yes, I think there are distinct signs there that he is beginning to master the language, and he was very animated, wasn't he, in the technical area?
Yeah, he does. He's very passionate about the game. He's so delighted. We won the game today, but as you say, he shows his emotions on the touchline.
But that's the most animated I've seen him, and I was quite interested to hear him. I didn't understand everything he said.
Did you understand that one word towards the end?
Yeah, started with an S. But I did understand one thing when he said that refs make mistakes, and we don't think he'd have been saying that had Bednar not scored the winner. When Bednar's goal was chopped off, we'll see that a bit later on. He said, "Oh, referees make mistakes," but it could have cost Hearts. It didn't, but it was a good second half. And I think he's got to be delighted, bearing in mind he left out his two main full-backs, his main midfielder's not playing either, and they turn over the champions.
So we've seen him jumping up and down right throughout the match, but surprisingly he was the only one who wasn't involved in this, which was the highlight of the first half, and it wasn't on the pitch. You'll not be surprised to hear it was that fracas in the technical area, which involved Gary Pendry and Gordon Strachan. John McGlynn was there. Valdas was the peacemaker in the end, and the upshot was McGlynn and Strachan up to the director's box.
Yeah, well, I mean, as I said at half time, it's a passionate game, and these guys are getting passionate about things that are going on. And I mean, Gordon Strachan wasn't really involved in it. It was Gary Pendry and John McGlynn, and Strachan and McGlynn were both sent to the stand. Now, I think the officials have got to take a bit of discretion into things here and realise the occasion. It's a big game against the two teams that finished first and second last season. It's early in the season. They're worried about what's going on in the pitch. They're showing their emotions. We want to see that. Players want to see it. Fans want to see it. And to send them to the stands is a bit harsh from me, and there's absolutely no need. Take the heat out of the situation, give them a warning, and that's the end of the matter.
What do you reckon sparked it off, Paul?
I think it was instant. I think it was Julian Brellier was on the deck and the referee stopped play. I think the linesmen are the referee should just go and have a quiet word and just send them back to the dugout instead of sending them to the stand.
We talk about handbags on the pitch, that was handbags off it, wasn't it?
Yeah, just a bit of common sense I think they should have used.
Good sign about Roman Bednar is that he misses chances, but it doesn't put him off going in for the next one. And this was a great opportunity from Aguiar's delivery, good one. Missed the header, Bednar, but he bounces back.
Yeah, well, he had a couple of these in the first half actually, where there was some decent crosses, and there was only two in the first half he had, where he got himself in a decent position as he is there. 6 yards out, he kicks the post because he's frustrated. He knows that's a good opportunity. It's a good ball in. And he doesn't get a good contact on it. As I said earlier, he had two of them in the first half where he got himself in very good positions, went to head it, didn't connect, and again there, and but he kept plugging away. He keeps plugging away. He worked hard. I thought his strike partner Pospisil didn't really help him out much. I have to say, I thought he was a bit of a weak link for them. But Bednar's performance, his work rate, he was a nuisance. He got himself into good goal scoring opportunities and good positions, and he got 2 goals.
Although Pospisil did play the pass here for Bednar to net the opening goal, and signs here of a lack of communication about Caldwell and McManus.
Well, Gary Caldwell gets dragged to the ball and Bednar gets in behind him. Stephen McManus is 2-3 yards behind him. You can see here, he gets dragged out to the ball. Gary Caldwell here, there's now a space. Stephen McManus can't play offside, he's too far away, he's too deep. Ball gets played in, and I have to say, from a tight angle against a very good goalkeeper, I mean that's an excellent finish from Bednar.
Yeah, terrific finish. He had good movement there for the goal. He just spins wide, and it's the only place he can hit it, Craig, and he hits it across the face of the goal. Fantastic finish.
And I just think with we've spoken about Celtic going forward. I'm sorry, but that back four against better opposition and against the teams like Hearts and against teams in the Champions League, you're going to get chances. I mean, you're going to get chances because they're not top quality defenders. And I think, never mind going forward today where they weren't at their best, at the back's just a constant worry. I think he's got to spend some money there or he's going to have some major problems.
Julian Brillier doesn't hit the target too often with his attempts on goal. He did here a good left foot volley and decent save from Artur Boruc.
I couldn't believe it was Julian that struck that thing. He doesn't do that in training, but when he keeps it down, that's the first thing to do. And the goalkeeper's a wee bit lucky, it spills out. There's no one falling in there on the rebound, but a great hit for Julian. I think he had 3 or 4 efforts today. I think that was his for the season.
That's the whole quota for the rest of the season. Now here's the moment which could have cost Hearts dear, and I think the person we have to point the finger at here is Gary Cheen, the assistant referee on this side, and I think we all felt instinctively as the move developed here that this was onside.
Well, it's Jarosik that's dwelling on the ball. He gets caught, Aguilar plays him in, and we'll see from this angle here, the linesman gives offside. We'll see from this angle quite clearly he's a yard onside.
That's not a big decision, is it?
Listen, it's a shocking decision. It's an absolutely shocking decision. What we do is we ask the officials to get all the big decisions, try and get them correct. Now, in the context of today's game, it didn't affect it because Bednar will goes on and scores another goal. But at that point in the game, with them taking them to 2-0, and it's just a poor decision from the referees. And we mention them all the time, but they continually get it wrong.
Well, there was the wrongful sending off of Takis Fisas on New Year's Day, wasn't there, which might have had an impact on how that game developed, and again Hearts fans were feeling sore there. Yeah,
it could have cost us 3 points today, and it's cost Roman Bednar a hat-trick. He's a mile onside, and I mean his timing the run's fantastic.
And look at the position of the referee's assistant here, the linesman. I mean, it's a perfect position, absolutely perfect. It's a great run. The run is perfect, the timing of it is perfect, the ball's good. The keeper doesn't know it's offside at this point, so he's committed, and it's a good finish. And we just speak about officials. We don't want to go on about officials all the time, but Rob, they've got to get the big decisions right, and that for me wasn't a difficult one. He was absolutely spot on.
If it's online, it can be a borderline decision, but that was a good yard, wasn't it?
It was a good yard on. It's just incredible he gives that offside there. As Craig said, the time they run, the weight of the pass, and the finish was fantastic.
And the old conspiracy theories would be coming back out from Vladimir Romanov about the refs and that, but I think you pointed it out during the game. It was your word, not mine. It was incompetence, and I agree with you. It is incompetence, and we're not sitting here picking holes in the officials' performances, but games like that can change decisions like that can change a game, can change a season.
We talk about players not doing their job. That was an official not doing his job.
Yeah. Well, we all make mistakes. Look, get the big ones correct. The vital decisions, the borderline ones, goal scoring opportunities. You have to get it right, and it didn't affect the game, but it might have done.
And of course here's where the game turned, because Hearts one moment had a corner kick up at one end of the pitch, and this was a classic counter-attack from Celtic and dishing out severe punishment for Hearts having lost the ball upfield.
Yes, our corner kick, and we lose the ball in the middle of the park then, but Celtic break up very quick. Kerry Miller just plays a wee flick there to McGeady, but fantastic finish for Petrov on his weaker side, but I think he might be a wee bit disappointed, nobody sort of matching the runner of Petrov there. But it's a great finish.
I mean, it's disappointing from Hearts' point of view that they're taking a corner and Celtic are scoring, but I have to say, in terms of a counter-attack, it's a wonderful counter-attack, good little touch from Kenny. Aidan McGeady, who I thought had a good second half come into the game, plays a nice little ball in, and I just thought the finish on the run with the ball on the move as well, I just thought it was a wonderful finish. I didn't think Petrov had one of his better games today, nor did Jarosik in the middle of the park.
I don't know how fit Petrov was, because he was struggling for a while, wasn't he?
He looked as if he was struggling. May have went off at half time, but he didn't. But that was just a fantastic finish.
And I wonder how much longer Stilian Petrov will be a Celtic player. That could have been his final flourish, because inevitably he'll be linked with Aston Villa and Martin O'Neill again.
Yeah, the player's said for himself that he wants to leave Celtic, and you say with Martin O'Neill getting the Aston Villa job, I'm sure he'll come back in from. I don't think he'll be short of offers.
Well, there will be speculation, but he's just got to get on with his job. He's got to do his job, and I thought both himself and Jarosik didn't look the same as they did last week against Kilmarnock, and I thought Nakamura didn't play much at all today, didn't really get involved. McGarry had a better second half, and ironically those were the two players that went to Japan and both played. And I know people bring out the old excuse book. Hearts played in midweek as well, but they just weren't at the races today, and I thought without Hearts having a breaking player from midfield, they just had two sitting players. You know, Celtic didn't really cause them many problems.
It's a day Neil Lennon will want to forget. We saw his face as he came off the bus pre-match, having been left out of the starting lineup. And when he came on, this was his major contribution, a sloppy back pass, in went Roman Bednar, and this was the match winner.
Yeah, but Roman anticipates that, and he's got a lot of work to do, but I thought it was a fantastic finish. He just gets in front of Boric here, but he's still got a lot of work to do, and left foot on his weaker side, and can't finish.
And could Artur Boric, the goalkeeper, have taken him out here?
If he wants to miss a couple of games and get a red card,
yeah, but rescue a point.
Well, I was looking at the centre halves as well, you know, and to be fair to Neil Lennon, he doesn't make many mistakes. Now he makes one here. Now what Bednar does is he reacts quicker, and we can see even else said he's delighted. But what he does is he reacts quicker than the centre halves, and sometimes you make a mistake, you're looking for your centre half or your teammate to get you out of trouble. They didn't do that. But to be fair to Bednar, he does well, because as Paul says, once he gets in there, that is still a difficult one to finish. There's a player going back onto the line, the ball's bouncing, it's near the end of the game, and it was a good finish.
He's going to become more and more of a big player in the Hearts team, isn't he? Because we talk about Craig Gordon, we talk about Stephen Presley, we talk about Paul Hartley, that backbone of the Hearts side. He is a developing talent, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.